in 2019 using the current definition. By region, we note that the Cordillera Administrative Region recorded the highest functional literacy rate at 81.2%, followed by NCR at 79.9%, Region 4A at 77.3%, Region 3 at 73%, and Mimaropa at 70.7%. On the other hand, Region 9 showed the lowest functional literacy rate at 59.3%, followed by Region 8 at 61.8%, then Caraga at 63.1%, then Region 1 at 64.3%, and BARM at 64.7%. By sex and age group, we note that females showed the higher functional literacy rate than males, similar to the basic literacy rate, but the gap is substantially higher at 6.5 percentage points. Same with the results on the basic literacy rate. The age group 20 to 24 years old recorded the highest functional literacy rate at 78.2%, while the age group 60 to 64 years old had the lowest functional literacy rate at 57.8%. As I've stated a while ago, this may be due to a multitude of factors with respect to the results for the 60 to 64 years old. Moving on to the provincial and HUC disaggregation, we note that the functional literacy rates were highest in Benguet at 87.9%, followed by Apayao at 86.8%, then Rizal, Romblon, Batangas, Siquijor, Bohol, Bataan, Cavite, and South Cotabato completes the top 10 provinces with the highest literacy rates. In terms of HUCs, Mr. Chair, San Juan City showed the highest proportion of functionally literate individuals at 94.5%, followed by Baguio City at 89.8%, then Pasig City, Pateros, Makati City, Las Piñas City, Taguig City, Mandaluyong City, Cagayan de Oro City, and Navotas City completes the top 10, Mr. Chair. Our next slide shows what we call the literacy gap, showing the basic and functional literacy rates of population 10 to 64 years old by age group. And we note that for the age group 10 to 64 years old, basic literacy is 93.1%, while functional literacy stands at 70.8%, showing a gap of 22.3 percentage points. This means that for every 100 individuals aged 10 to 64 years old, 22 individuals have comprehension difficulty. So the gap, on the other hand, the gap between basic literacy and functional literacy was highest in age group 60 to 64. So that for every 100 basic literate individuals in this age group, only 57 are functional literate. So again, we take this with the caveat that the age group 60 to 64 may be again due to various factors and not just to illiteracy. Our next slide, as I have stated in my introduction, shows now the basic literacy rate among ASEAN countries. So in our research, Mr. Chair, we note that what is being provided or published among the ASEAN countries varies with respect to the way they are implementing it. So there are several countries like Singapore, Malaysia, and Laos that implement or gather information in terms of literacy by doing individual tests. So we do so as well. On the other hand, a higher number of ASEAN countries use what we call proxy respondents, meaning the literacy data is gathered using the perception of an individual household respondent perceiving the literacy skills of their household members. That's why we call them proxy, Mr. Chair. So among those who use them are Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Myanmar, Thailand, and Vietnam. In order for to be able to compare, we also show we also use this in one of our questionnaires so that we can provide an appropriate comparative result. So for the Philippines, we adopted the two approaches. However, but the official data will be based on individual tests, as this is more reliable than the proxy respondent approach. The use of proxy respondent is done for comparability, not just with among ASEAN, but also to compare with the previous data or FLEMS rounds starting 2019 and below. So in this table, we show that the Philippines basic literacy rate under the old concept using the individual test stands at 94.6% in 2024. By the old concept, we mean only the ability to read and write with with understanding a short, simple statement about their everyday life. So, Mr. Chair, just to add, the other countries do not state their basic literacy rate as basic literacy, where they term it as an adult literacy rate. And this also explains why several of the countries do not show any functional literacy rate, meaning what they show as the adult literacy rate, they also provide as the same data for what we also term as functionally literate. This is important to note because SDG 4.6.1 requires for functional literacy. However, upon research, we note that what they provide for this SDG indicator is the same as what they provide for adult literacy. So countries like Singapore and Thailand show the same data for their adult literacy and functional literacy. So going back to the data, we show that for those who implement individual tests, the Philippines stands at 94.6, slightly lower than Laos, with Singapore at highest at 97.6, followed by Malaysia. For those who use proxy respondents, we stand at 96.1%, higher than, of course, Myanmar and Cambodia, and even Thailand. Highest here is Indonesia, followed by Brunei. We are similar with Vietnam. On the other hand, what we provide, what we release is, as the official basic literacy rate for the age group 15 years old and over is 91.6, using the current definition, which is to read, write, and compute. Again, for the other ASEAN countries, their basic or adult literacy is only for the ability to read and write. For us, it is read, write, and compute. That's our presentation, Mr. Chair, and magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Mr. Cerezo. As we all noted,